What is going on, everyone? My name is UnderTheRadar, and welcome back to the Pokemon Draft World Cup. This is Game 2 against PotatoJim. Another, I think, analyst for PPL. I don't know what he does for the PPL. I think he did like 2 videos ever. But he's still a really awesome dude and makes some really good coverage on like videos and movies. He does really good movie reviews. However, I don't think he is... I don't think he has the best insight when battling in league games. I think he kind of sort of loses track of the late games. So I'm hopefully trying to take advantage of that. He's still very good and very knowledgeable in team building and in playing, but I think sometimes he loses sight of things in the long run. So that is something that I'm going to hopefully take advantage of. If you want to know his team, it is in fact RhyQuinn. He has Volcanion, Zapdos, Mega Sceptile, Scrafty dudes. Weak move. Vanilla Lux, double scoop. You lose. Just kidding. Shout out to IB Scoop. He does awesome. His rap in the Pokemon Cypher is probably my favorite. He also has Kofag and Metagross and Golem. So realistically, threats, not threats. At least for my team, because like Scrafty can't touch whatchamacallit, Klefki. Kofag just pretty much loses to Mega Latios plus Dark Pulse or anything on Blastoise. Metagross is not that good in my opinion in League format, and Golem is Golem, so that's that. Anybody who thinks that Golem is good in League format, you're wrong. I don't know what to tell you. It's not good, but you're just wrong. So I'm bringing again a very speedy offensive Mega Latios. This is only because I don't need max special attack to do a lot of damage to him. With Shadow Ball, Dragon Pulse, Roost, and Toxic, I can Toxic his walls like, well, not his walls, but his bulkier things like Volcanion and Zapdos. I can do a lot of damage to things like Kofag and Metagross, and I have Dragon Pulse for General Stab. Also, I don't believe he had a Fairy type. Yep, didn't have a Fairy type, so go him. So I can just spam Dragon Pulse whenever I really feel like it. The next mon, if Showdown will ever load for me, please Showdown, please, thank you. The next mon that I knew I wanted was going to be my Klefki. Dazzling Gleam, Toxic, Light Screen, and Spikes. If I can set up some spikes on him, that'd be awesome. If I could Hazard Stack him in general, that'd be really cool. With Light Screen, I can live pretty much any hit from Volcanion, and I can go into my Mega Latios and pick up a kill. Dazzling Gleam is there just for Scrafty, pretty much. Toxic is there, again, because I want to be able to Toxic the Zapdos, because it's levitating, and the Volcanion. Pretty simple explanation right there. Physically defensive, I believe, just for Scrafty. Donphanatic, Troy isn't capitalized. Well, F me. Adamant Choice Scarf, because that's all I needed in order to outspeed his next fastest thing, which I believe was Metagross. Might have been Volcanion. So that's all I needed. With Flare Blitz, U-Turn, Rock Slide, and Earthquake, I did need 4 coverage moves for this, but whatever. U-Turn, Flare Blitz, Rock Slide, Earthquake. It hits pretty much everything on his team super effectively aside from Scrafty, and that's awesome. U-Turn gains me a lot of momentum, especially if I'm able to Hazard Stack him. He's going to be forced to be taking a lot of damage. Pretty self-explanatory. The next one on the team is going to be my Life Orb Heliolisk with enough speed to outspeed max speed Zapdos, I believe. Because I think that's his next fastest mon. Oh, no, wait. This is enough speed to outspeed Mega Sceptile with a Scarf and Volcanion and Metagross. U-Turn, Hyper Voice, Thunderbolt, Dark Pulse. Pretty self-explanatory again. Super effective coverage for pretty much everything. Stab, Hyper Voice for everything that's not super effective, and U-Turn just because U-Turn with enough speed to outspeed Zapdos. Assault Vest Blastoise with Mirror Coat, Earthquake, Scald, and Rapid Spin. Earthquake is there just for Volcanion. It hits it a lot harder than anything else that I could pack, like a Hidden Power or anything like that, because its physical defense is actually worse than its special defense, I believe. I might have that backwards, but it still does more than any Hidden Power would. Mirror Coat is there just because if he's like Specs with Sludge Wave, I can live a hit, Mirror Coat it, kill it right away. Same thing with like Mega Sceptile. If he's not rocking Leaf Storm, like if he has Giga Drain, I can OHKO with Mirror Coat anyway. Scald is also there for the Metagross, and Rapid Spin is there to keep hazards off my side of the field while I try to Hazard Stack him with not Zebo, the physically defensive, a little bit speedy Drapion. Toxic, Knockoff, Earthquake, and Toxic Spikes. Why are you rocking Toxic and Toxic Spikes, Kelly? Well, that's because he has a Zapdos. If he wants to defog them away, I want to at least get Toxic off on it. Like, that makes sense, right? Knock off an Earthquake is just generally good coverage, and this thing is going to be pretty much my check or my switch into Metagross if he decides to bring it, or to physical Mega Sceptile. Even if he has Earthquake, it's not going to do a whole lot, and I can knock it off, do some good damage, because Mega Sceptile is pretty frail. But very, very decently fast team plus Hazard Stack. Very much what I've been rocking with lately and what I've been comfortable playing with, like a bulky pivot in there. So let's go ahead and hop over to the replay. Okay, so here we are. As you can see, the only thing he did not bring is the Kofag, and I'm a little okay with that. That means that I don't have to worry about my Drapion getting Mummy. I don't have to worry about anything. So I don't have to worry about anything losing its ability, like Darmanitan losing Sheer Force or anything like that. I can pretty much spam fire moves aside from the Golem and the Volcanion. He also brought Scrafty, which was a little surprising, along with a little scary, because if he's DD or Bulk Up, it could be a little threatening, but I still need to... That just means I need to make sure I keep my Klefki healthy. Klefki healthy. Jesus Christmas. Anyway, he also brought Metagross, which is really interesting. That was the one thing that I wasn't expecting, even more than Golem. But let's just go ahead and hop into the game and see how it played out. So, as you can see, I led off with my Blastoise as he led off with his Zapdos. Terrible lead matchup for me. So I'm going to go right ahead into my Mega Latios as he clicks Volt Switch. It does a decent amount of damage, actually 12%. And now we went into Scrafty. Instantly, my switch in is going to be Klefki, I think. Oh no, I went into my Drapion. That's really stupid of me, honestly. But he's going to knock on my Black Sludge, pretty much cripple it. And here I'm going to set up my first layer of Toxic Spikes. Force him to defog with this. That was my game plan all along, is I want to force his Zapdos to defog as I click Toxic and I poison him too. So that means he's on a timer now. No matter how much he defogs away Toxic Spikes, at least his best wall in this game is poisoned. So he's going to go for a Volt Switch as I set up a layer of Toxic Spikes. So something coming in is now getting poisoned unless it's Metagross, and it's Metagross. So smart play, smart boy Jim. And he's now going to go back into his Zapdos as I'm going to click Knockoff, I believe. Yep, and get rid of his leftovers. So now he has to defog again. I could continue to play this game of keep setting up Toxic Spikes, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to directly into my Heliolisk as he's going to click Roost. And now I can fire off a really powerful Hyper Voice because nothing on his team really wants to take a Hyper Voice. Did 42%. That's awesome. Even after the Toxic damage, it'll kill him. So very quickly he was weakened. So now he's going to go into his Metagross as I click U-turn, just to kind of sort of scout if he was Scarfed or not. It was probably a really bad play doing that, but I did it anyway. And I'm going to go into my normal Blast, which he's going to go for the Power-Up Punch, telling me that he's probably AV with Power-Up Punch. So I go for the Scald right here, trying to get the burn, and I get the burn. Because I'm lucky and bad. As he's going to go for the EQ, it does quite literally nothing. And it was at this point in time that I realized that he was AV, and I click Earthquake, and it does more than Scald did, so it was good that I had Earthquake. He's going to go for the Power Up Punch and get to +2 as he's going to get burnt. And now he's in range of Earthquake, so I think he probably should have gone for something else there instead of a Power Up Punch. I get the crit, didn't matter. Like, the crit did not matter whatsoever. And right now he's going to go back into his Zapdos. Scaring me out instantly. He can Roost up for free, which is a little bit less than ideal, but he is going to instead defog away the hazards and instantly put himself in range of Hyper Voice, which is awesome. I go for the Hyper Voice and I kill the Zapdos. So now if I get up Toxic Spikes, they're here to stay, and that makes me happy. He's going to go directly into his Golem, and I went for U-turn to break the Sturdy, and right here I believe he just goes for Stone Edge. I think he might have gone for Earthquake. Oh, he went for Toxic. That's right. I forgot how this game went. So I go to set up my layer of spikes. He's going to click Earthquake and blow back my Klefki. It does so much damage. And here I'm going to click Toxic and poison this thing. So I have a layer of spikes up. This thing is poisoned. It's on a timer. Now I just need Toxic Spikes up. So I think I'm going to go into Drapion right now and do that. No, I went into Blastoise, and I'm going to click Earthquake, I think, expecting the Volcanion to come in, but he went into his Mega Sceptile and I get like hardly any damage off on it, but it's still better than nothing. So right here I'm going to go into my Not Zebo as he clicks the Leaf Storm. Yup, 1%. Now here's a really big big boy play that I had to make. I know you guys saw what just happened. So I think Jim made a massive misplay here. I think he switched out when he could have just killed this thing right away instead of letting me get up Toxic Spikes for free. Since I knew that this thing was at 1%, if he killed me, no harm, no foul. If I set up a layer of Toxic Spikes and he switched out, he lost a lot because now his Volcanion will be poisoned whenever it comes in. So I think Jim made a massive misplay by not just killing my Drapion right there with Dragon Pulse. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm actually going to go for the Toxic Spikes, get that up, and that'll be pretty awesome. I'm going to go for the knockoff, get rid of whatever item it's holding. It's holding a Custap Berry, so I'm glad I got rid of that. As he clicks EQ and kills my Drapion, so whatever, not the end of the world, I guess. I'm going to go into my Latios right here, and I'm going to click Psychic, I believe. No, I clicked Dragon Pulse right here, I think I clicked Dragon Pulse. He clicks Sucker Punch, though, and does a lot of damage to me. And I kill the Golem, so now he has 3 Mons that are going to be poisoned and taking Spikes damage when they come back in, so they're on a timer no matter what. I just have to live to kill them all. He's going to click Dragon Pulse, and I just sack off my Latios, because I feel as though I need Darm and Heliolisk more than I need Mega Latios. That might be a bad play. So right here, I go into my Darmanitan, and I click U-Turn, I believe, right here. I don't think I click Flare Blitz. I think I click U-Turn. Yeah, I click U-Turn. So I get off 33%, and I go into my Heliolisk, and right here, I make a terrible, terrible play. As you can see, he went for High Jump Kick. He is Scarfed Scrafty. And I lost my best answer to Volcanion. Very, very bad play on my part. At this point in time, I probably should have sacked off my Blastoise. It was probably a little bit better for me to do that instead. But I'm now fighting an uphill battle because all he has to do is land a Leaf Storm and an Earthquake with Sceptile, and I lose the game. So I made a very bad misplay right there. So he does go for the High Jump Kick and kills my my Heliolisk. It's whatever. And he's Moxie, so that's even more scary. So now I have to go into my Darmanitan, and I have to click U-Turn to kill this thing. It's the only option I have of killing this thing. He would have destroyed my Blastoise with a Earthquake. So as you can see, I'm in with my Blastoise. He goes into his Mega Sceptile, and again, another big boy play. So he's either going to click Leaf Storm and kill my Blastoise, or click Dragon Pulse and not kill my Blastoise and risk losing this thing to an Ice Beam, and then hopefully being able to live a hit plus Spikes plus Toxic Spikes plus a hit from Earthquakes. So because I know how Jim is, and I think I know how he plays because I've been in a lot of calls whenever he's playing, I feel like he's going to make the safe play and click Leaf Storm and try to kill my Blastoise. My only way of winning this game is by making a big boy play. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to switch out and go into my Darmanitan, hoping he hits Leaf Storm, which he in fact does hit Leaf Storm. It does a lot of damage. However, he is in range of EQ from my Darmanitan, so I do just click EQ, kill off the Mega Sceptile, and now I guarantee the win because all he has to do is go into his Volcanion. He's going to take a lot of damage from this Earthquake, along with the poison damage, and he can kill me with a Steam Eruption or a Sludge Wave or whatever he wants to, but he is now in range guaranteed of an Earthquake from my Blastoise. I could have clicked Mirror Coat and been cheeky, but I just went for the safe EQ kill. So I'm now 2-0 with a +3 differential in the P4, and not the P4G, Jesus, what am I saying? In the Pokemon Draft World Cup. This game, I think I made a lot of really bad plays, like staying in with Heliolisk against Scrafty. I should have known that it was Scarfed. And that leading to me having to make a big boy play with Blastoise and Darmanitan. If he had clicked Dragon Pulse, he potentially just won the entire game right there. But you know, it is what it is. It's Pokemon. Sometimes you make misplays, and sometimes you play really well. But that is pretty much going to be the game. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure you leave a like down below. Also, make sure you go check out PotatoJim. He's a fantastic dude. Absolutely love the guy to death. But with all that being said, I'm going to go and get on out of here. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.